Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code drasin12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. I'd like to talk today about trainers and gym instructors because there is a difference. These are one of my stories when I was growing up and working out. When I started working out, I went to the local YMCA because basically that was probably about all that was around. They had a weight room. The weight room was hardly had anything in there. It had a broken bar and a cable and a bent bar and some dumbbells that would fall apart. But I did manage to get a good workout. And I picked up some training partners. We worked together. We made sure everything was put together tight and we would do it. There was no instruction. There was a guy downstairs who ran the front desk. He was actually he might have been the director of the YMCA. He was a short, fat guy. And I remember him telling me, he says, you want to get a small waist, you get a stick and put it on your shoulders and do twists and you grind it down. He says, then when you're home at night, you take your fingers and you pinch the fat in your stomach, you keep squeezing it and moving it around, you'll dissolve all that fat and it'll go away. Well, you know, if you're going to think about that, it logically might work, but it doesn't work. And going back and forth with the bar does nothing other than build your obliques and makes them thick. So I started working it out and I started getting results, and he saw it, so he asked me if I would give a class. I said, yeah, I'll give a class, and so he set it up. They got about 4 or 5 guys there. I talked to them about training, what to do and what not to do, and how it works and what you can expect and how to eat. And they did it, and it was okay. There were no gym instructors at that time, and I didn't really consider myself a gym instructor. I was just helping out, and I didn't get paid for it. So then I went to another gym called, I believe it was Joseph's Gym on Nile Street in Bakersfield. It was like a health spa with all the chrome waste. If you guys remember any of those, everything was chrome. And then they had the tumblers that move, and they're supposed to bounce your fat off your stomach and your butts for the women. And they hired me on to run the gym on men's days. I would just watch, clean the equipment, make sure everything's working smooth. And they said they need to put people on a program. I might have mentioned this before. So they give you a workout card, and on the card has a list of maybe 20 or 30 exercises. And they said you go down here and you give them 2 sets of each exercise, 15 reps, and that should be their workout. Then they had a woman who ran the gym. She was a manager, and all she would do is sit at the front desk and file her nails and talk to her boyfriends on the phone. And then tell them to go clean the plates in between and get the dust and oil off. Yeah, like I'm going to take orders from you. So I complained to the owner, Joseph. I said, look, you can't give everybody this routine. They're not going to get the results off this. Everybody's different, and they have to, meaning everybody is different, they have to attack it in a different way to get the results they want. And I think I'd like to write the routines up. He says, oh, no, just stick to that. This is what that's our policy. And I said, another thing, that lady up front you have there, you need to get rid of her. She's no good. She doesn't do anything here except talk on the phone to her boyfriends and file her nails and tries to shout orders at me, and I'm not going to take it anymore. This is after a while. So he said, I'll have a talk with her. In the meantime, I started writing up my own routines for people, and they were getting great results. And there were no other gyms that had instructors, and I was considered an instructor along with working at the gym. I didn't get paid extra like they do nowadays. I just was part of my job. I said, after I don't know how many months, I started wrestling at night again. I said, you know what, I don't need this. I'm leaving, Joseph. I'm not making enough money. I want her money, and you're paying her to do nothing. So I left. He says, you mean you're quitting? I said, I'm quitting. I got to go other things. I can wrestle 5 nights a week, and I have to put up with this crap. I'm working here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 hours a day. And then you have the ladies' days, and they're on their own thing over there. So I left, and about a week later he calls me. He says, I'll tell you what, I'll give you her job, and I'll give you a raise. I knew that was coming. So I said, okay, I'll take it. So I talked him into believing in me that I could get good routines. Now this guy was well built. He had big round shoulders. He was 5'6", but my God, he had a body that would die. It was just amazing. So I worked there for a while, and then I switched and went over to Babe Gym, which is a little bit more hardcore gym in town. It was still men's days on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, women on Tuesday and Thursday, but Babe was an ex-lifter, and he knew a lot about training. And he hired me to sweep up and to give me free membership. Then he asked me to make out some routines. He would make out routines for people, asked me if I wanted to make some. I said, yeah, I can do that. I wasn't an instructor, and he ran the gym, so he showed people what to do. Now on ladies' days, I wasn't there until he got sick and asked me to watch it on ladies' days. This is kind of where a funny story comes in, because they're not used to having men in the gym, and I'd have to clean up and wash down showers, everything when they were done. and they had a couple of twin sisters that came up there who were pretty hot. I knew them from high school, and one of them wanted me to help her in the gym and help her here, and then she was in the shower. She's, "Oh, Rick, could you bring me a towel?" I said, "Yeah, I can do that. I can even dry you off." So what it boiled down to is I helped her with a few things, and then I made a date with her, and then I went out with her, and then she switched on me, and she sent her twin sister along, but I knew there was a difference. Not much, but I knew there was. But that was part of the benefits of the gym. So I worked out there for a while, and it was there for a long, long time, and then I moved to Los Angeles, and I started working out at Bill Pearl's gym. Bill Pearl's gym didn't have any instructors or trainers. It just wasn't available back then. No one knew about it. We were all on our own, and what we got is what we got out of magazines, and actually that was pretty good information, actually real good information, following certain people's routines. And then I decided to go down to Gold's. Now Gold's didn't have any trainers either. It was just us working out with the boys, and everybody knew what they were doing. They pretty much trial and error figured out how to train hard and what to get, and it worked. Then Zabel Kaczewski started training Elvis Presley over in Westwood at a gym downstairs or upstairs down, and I don't remember where it was, but it was private. It was after hours, and he'd go over and train Elvis Presley, and he did really well with that. And that was the first time I heard of a trainer. But in the gym itself, there were none, not even any instructors. And then the other gyms in LA opened up, and they were like Universal Health Spas or Olympic Health Spas with all the chrome weights. They were all kind of organized and together with the same people, had the same sort of gyms, like a franchise. And then they had gym instructors. The instructors worked at the gym, but they did not get paid extra for clients. They only made what the gym paid them to be there for an hour or two to take care of the gym. So that's where those instructors came from, and they weren't personal trainers. Now, Ed Giuliani trained Al Pacino. That was later on, privately at his house. And then Lou Ferrigno trained Michael Jackson. And then Isaac Hayes used to come to the gym. He'd pull up in the back and get out and come in and work out, and his limo would pick him up. And he'd come in and give everybody albums, his latest LP albums, because he's just a good guy. And then I was there one morning, I think it was on a weekend, and it was kind of quiet, and here comes Candace Bergen, who was Murphy Brown later. And she was working for one of the networks doing a documentary on exercise, and she said, "Do you mind if I take pictures of you working out?" I said, "No, I don't mind." I wished I could find those, because I don't know where they are, and she probably forgot all about it, but that was kind of a nice thing that happened at a gym on a weekend. Still, there were no instructors and no trainers. It just didn't exist. When I moved out from Gold's in the beach and I came out to the valley and worked out at World Gym out here, then they started getting people in to train people. Bodybuilders became trainers. Not a lot of them, just a handful here and there. There were a handful at Gold's, and at Vince's gym there was none, there was just Vince. So it was all new to the industry to have trainers that actually charged outside the gym. I can't tell you who they were. I mean, there's a few that I knew, and they kept busy enough to make some money, but that's where the trainers came from. And then as time moves on, of course, you have trainers all over the place now. There are like so many that there's more trainers than clients. And it's gotten to be really crazy, because they'll bring 5 people in, take a couple of machines and tie them up until they can rotate all their clients through the machines. And it's really not right, because then they take you off your workout and you can't do what you want to do. But that's pretty much the trainers, and gym instructors are no longer. Well, I can't say they're no longer. I know the Gold's Gym has people that work for them with the gold shirt, and they're trainers, instructors, but they get paid a few bucks more to train people. As an instructor in a gym, you didn't get paid extra. So I wanted to give you some insight on that, because I'm pretty sure that's where it all came from. Now you have private trainers who train a lot of celebrities, and that's taken off really big here in LA. They can charge anywhere from $100 to $155, $165 an hour, and they get it. They make that kind of money. So there's big money in it. The problem with training celebrities is, and I had a few, you have them for a while, and then they take off to do a movie, and they're gone for months, so you end up losing them for a few months. So I'm looking around today, and I'm at the gym training. There's someone who came in with somebody, and a girl, and the management came over and said, "You can't train her here unless you pay the training fees." He threw up a fit, and he ran out screaming and yelling and upset and cursing and this and that, because the policy is, if you're going to train somebody in the gym, they have to join, and you have to pay training fees. Now, my theory on that is, and I may be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong, is that if I had a gym and I had trainers coming in there to train people, and they had a membership, and that person bought a membership, I'd be thrilled to death because they brought me a new member. I wouldn't charge them $300 a month to train them because they're already paying. They're already members. You got to buy supplements, you're going to buy clothing, and so the extra $300 to me is a deterrent. Why would somebody want to pay extra to train people when they're already paying for membership, and so is the other person? If anything at all, they'd be like car salesmen, give them a reward and a free month for bringing in a new client, because that's how you get business, and you build it up, and you build it up. And I spoke to some gym managers and owners about this. They said, oh no, we have to charge. They're using our place and we want to be paid for it. You are being paid for it. They're buying membership. What more do you need? You know, it's like, it's getting really greedy. But that's my take on it, and there's a lot of ways to look at this, but you know, there are trainers out there, you need to make your living. And I understand that, and it's really a shame that the gyms want to charge you to make a living. You don't go to work at a job and pay them to hire you because you're already being paid by them. This doesn't make sense. So that's where trainers came from. They were gym instructors, and then they became trainers, and then nowadays I don't think there's any what they call gym instructors anymore. Just some old memories to share with you. It's kind of fun, and I thought you might like to know. Thank you guys for watching Rick's Corner, and see you next time. Hey everybody, I just wanted to introduce you to my new clothing line, Gym Bums of California. It's at YEAHIWorkout.com, YIWO.com. I have this and two other designs, plus shorts, tank tops, there's hoodies, there's all kinds of stuff. These are my designs from the 1980s that we brought back, a whole new Rick Drasin collection. Go to YIWO.com, go through it, you can order direct. They're all brand new with my signature, and you'll love them. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interests as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.